And you're like, oh, hello. Like,
well,
great.
you know, when all the equipment's
I know.
on the floor behind there.
Yes. And then I'm like, we're ready. And you're like, click.
I came in yesterday and had white pants on, and we had lost power from the storm.
Oh, my gosh.
And, of course, that alarm's going off. And I'm like, of course, I got to crawl on the floor in white pants.
Yeah, you do.
Hi, Dawn.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
It's a great day.
It is a great day. The weather's wonderful. The birds are singing. The flowers are starting to come out. It's just all wonderful.
Okay, Snow White. Listen to you.
Well, it's like we kind of got spring back because it was so hot and
Yes.
humid. It's like the mornings are cool. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Wendy. I'm glad people are hopping on, you know,
Yep.
for our fun today.
Yes.
Today is great because it was a suggestion that was made, and so I'm excited to dive into it.
Yeah, we're doing natural grays.
Yes,
the
just the
progression
natural
of
grays.
colors.
And I don't even know, we don't have them from all the manufacturers, but then you guys are going to get to see the transition, and it's really great and fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hi, Lynn in Manchester.
Hello. Oh, Dawn's saying sunny but really windy. No rain. Well, no rain. That's good, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And sunny's good.
I love the sun.
And until like August when it's 100 degrees and we've been baking all summer.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm ready for fall. Hi, Marlene.
Hi, Kimber. Hi, Rosalie. Oh, my goodness. So I'm just happy everybody's hopping on.
I know, me too.
Because, I mean, look at us.
I love my gray wigs. I don't wear them all the time, and they're not an everyday thing, but I love switching it up.
That color works for you. For me, it's a little bit more challenging to find something, so it was really
I
hard.
like that color on you.
No, I get it.
Well, I guess
like
I
it,
picked
but,
that
like,
color for you. So.
Yeah, but,
Of course I like it.
Sometimes when I try stuff on in here, and I'm like, ooh, you know, but I wasn't having that moment today. I wasn't feeling it as I was putting stuff on.
Well, people with really dark hair get salt and pepper. People with brown hair get more of a tone like what you've got on. And so, you know, you just have to figure out what works for you and your skin tone.
Well, so I have naturally red hair, and my family members, they have red hair. So my Aunt Carolyn, my grandmother, my dad had red hair until it turned brown. Anyway, what happens is if you're a redhead, it turns white. It's just like the pigment, it just leaves, right?
Yeah.
But I was putting on a white wig today, and I was not feeling it. It was not happening.
Yeah, the
So-
group had a thumbs down on that.
Oh, they had a thumbs down in some comments, like some major comments, and I was like, okay, guys, done.
You can sugarcoat things if you want to.
Can, but they did not. So, all right,
You
let's
know,
talk.
we're all about the truth.
We really are. Okay, so let's talk about what we are wearing. Okay, so here we are in our lovely grays today. I'm in Courtney by John Renau in Martini, which is 101 F48T, which I do actually really like this color, and I recommend it to a lot of people. Honestly.
Your Courtney is fully hand-tied, right?
It is fully hand-tied lace front. She's very comfortable. She's on my head, and I feel like, you know, that's a good thing.
That's a win.
That's a win for me.
Yeah.
And there's even some room, so that's good. What are you wearing?
I'm in charge on Ice Granita. This is
'Cause
my
she's
personal wig.
In charge.
Well, no, I am anything but in charge.
Marsha's out there saying, in charge, and laughing. Oh, my God.
But this is Ice Granita. It gets darker in the back.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite wigs. I have it in 3 colors. It is one of those wigs that always just behaves. So if I need
She's
something
good.
that just
Yeah.
I want to feel good about and I don't want to have to mess with, this is my girl.
Now, if you like longer hair, Courtney is a really good, easy, lightweight one. So, love her. Long layers. She's great. So, yeah. All right, let's get started.
Okay.
Tell them how we're doing this today, because it's a
Okay.
little bit different.
Okay, so what we wanted to do is show you what companies make in the darkest color that has some gray in it, and then show you the progression of how that would lighten up. So we've separated it into 2 different categories. We've got our browns, and then we've got our salt and peppers, because they're different, and
They are
so
different,
they're
yeah.
for different people. So we're going to do the brown grays first, and then we'll launch into the salt and pepper.
I'm always going to be in the darker color.
Right. We're
If-
good. We're just going to do.
It's going to be a rotation, and that's if I lined it all up correctly.
I think you did.
But we'll wing it if I didn't, okay?
We'll figure it out.
Yes. Up first.
So again, we wear these liners just for trying on wigs that are not our personal wigs. So I'm going to put this on. And that, look at my hair. I tell people all the time, when you're putting your hair up, it doesn't have to look good. You're going to cover it up. Well, that's a really good example of it not looking good.
Well, I prepped mine before I came in here. I find it's easier for me if I prep mine before I get in here. Kim does it in here, which is why you get to see how her hair behaves.
Well, and why I wear wigs.
Okay, so remember, as we're going through the transition, I'm always going to be in the darker one. We're not going to flip. It's just going to be, I'll be in the darker one, and we're going to show how it goes to the lighter color, okay, the lighter gray. And it won't always be the same company that we're showing up on the screen. We kind of intermix some companies so that way, if you are in something like 38, like I'm in Milkshake, and you want to start going lighter, we're going to show you that progression of how that will work. So here we go. Let's give it a whirl.
All right, so that is John Renau 38. It's darker than some of the other 38s that are out there. So the Raquel 38's lighter.
So we're talking like a really, really dark brown, okay? Not black, dark, dark brown, okay? And then with a little bit of gray going through it, okay?
Right.
And so as you start to gray, as you're getting older, if this is you and you're like, hey, I just need to go a little bit lighter now, then you're going to go into the 39F38 that is on Kim's head, because typically this is how you're going to kind of lighten up. So, and I know that seems extreme, but it's really not. Oh, Holly's saying Jazz is cute. Jazz is cute, girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's a cute style.
Yeah, people love Jazz.
Yes.
And she's part of the Oh So Light collection from John Renau, so she weighs less than 2 ounces, and it's not a whole lot of hair.
And she's super affordable. So I'm going to say that. Like, I mean, I love her. It's like wearing nothing. Vintage. The cap's very vintage. So.
And it's machine made.
Yeah,
and,
completely machine made.
My Emilia has a lace front and a full monofilament top.
Okay, Nan from Southern Cal on YouTube is saying that Emilia is similar to Alva. Yes.
They have different cap constructions.
They do have
the cut's
yeah.
pretty similar, but Alva is a machine-made cap,
Mm-hmm.
and this has the monofilament top and the lace front.
Yes. Okay. All right.
She doesn't see any gray in that 38.
It's there. I'm going to see. I'm going to get really close. It's there. I promise.
It's there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Up next. So, if you're in the Emilia 39F38, and this one's a little bit trickier. So we're doing this obviously in a wig shop because this is kind of all consistently blended throughout. And then this has more of a highlight, but this is kind of like what we would recommend if you were in our shop. Because typically people are going to get a lot lighter around their temples and their hairline. And so that's why we chose to go to Sandy Silver, because you're going to get this nice highlight in the front.
Now, this is one of the Mimi's exclusives. They don't make Cameron and Sandy Silver, but we have them made for us. We also have it made in Silverstone. And she's just looks like you round brushed her and graduates darker in the back.
Okay, and I know we're talking about grays, but we have this style made in a lot of great colors, exclusive to us. So check that out if you're not just into the
We have a
grays.
new shipment on the way.
Oh, yes, we do. So, hi, Martina. Thank you for joining us today. She's a trainee in New York.
All right.
Okay, so up next, if you're going to go lighter then, and I love this color that Kim's about ready to put on.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have a hunter in this color.
What?
Yeah.
I have literally never seen it on your head. Guess what you're putting on next time?
Well, it's at home. I'll bring it in.
Okay, do it. I want to see.
Yeah, I love that hunter.
Now, this is just a really nice transition. You can go from this Sandy Silver, which is darker, to this Tony of Beverly Silverstone. She's just a lot lighter happening. So it is just a really good transition. Tones, our hair color, like this actual strand starts to just fade, like the pigment fades. And that's why, you can see all these different colors just kind of coming to life in gray. I don't know. It's just kind of cool.
Yeah, it is
how your hair
cool.
does that. So,
And it's funny when people come in, they're like, oh, I'm going to try a gray one on. They think it's going to be really funny, and they put it on, and they're
they
shocked
like
at
it.
how great it is.
Yes.
Debbie, yes, Cameron was my first wig. So, and you can't beat Starly.
Starly's so cute.
I know.
Okay. So then, if you are in the color that Kim was just wearing. The next shade lighter that you can go into is...
And John Renau probably came out with this color a year or two ago when they expanded their gray line.
Okay, I do want to point out that all of these colors, they are very shiny. Just get out your dry shampoo.
Yeah.
You know, just do it. So if you are in Silverstone by Tony Beverly or a shade similar to this, then to go a little bit lighter, you are going to go into a color similar to this, which is Mist.
And there is brown in this.
There is brown in it. It's really hard to tell. It's faint, but it is there. So this would be the next shade lighter.
Yeah.
You cute, girl.
I like this wig.
I like it on you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really seen you wear Elle.
I don't have one.
Well, looky there.
I'd have to get one.
Yeah, so just like the nice progression here. Okay. And then, if you want to go a little bit lighter.
This is the same color that Keri had on to begin with. 101 F48T.
Now, this is where it gets tricky because you're going to be like, okay, but this has more white in it. This is kind of like if you have a rinse in it or if you were a very, very light brown or a light blonde gray. So you can go back and forth between these two. And I will tell you, just like working in a salon and doing, I say rinse, but I mean, we call it a
Toner.
gloss.
Oh.
A gloss or a toner. This is very easy to go back and forth between these two.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's what you all need to know is that, you know, you could be this color and we put a toner or a gloss on, whatever you want to call it, or a rinse. And you can get this and go back and forth between the two. But this has actually a lot of white in it, and then like a hint of like very, very faint blonde and then a brown. And that's what gives it this really nice color. And it's great for the gray family if you are a light brown and blonde person.
Yes.
And you want to go gray. So she's a good one. All right. You ready for the next? Oh, one more. I forgot. Did I do the slides wrong? What do you have in your hand?
Harlow. There we are.
Where? Oh, well, we have the slides on wrong. Here we go. Knew this was going to happen. Done. And now we're going to this.
Okay.
Whoops. That's our mistake for today. We always have to have one. Y'all know that.
Hey, the microphone didn't work and you got that fixed.
Yes. You know?
Debbie John says a roux rinse.
A roux rinse.
Boy, we all grew up with that.
Okay.
Do they still make that?
I don't think so. And I'm going to say that, and somebody's going to be like, yes, they do. They probably do.
So this is called Tea Platinum. It is as if you went all the way gray.
White.
White. It's got a little bit of a blonde tone to it, but it is white.
Turn side to side so people can see. So this is just completely all white. So you're not going to have any of the brown in it. And then because it's this faint yellow, because sometimes when you're white, it can have a yellow tint just from, you know, shampoos, conditioner, just build up. Or if you get a toner on it, that's what you're going into. So from this to this.
In fact, my best friend's mom has white hair, and she gets it toned, and it's like this color is so pretty.
It is so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm always jealous of people that have just this natural color, and then they get a rinse on it. Or,
Toner.
okay, yes, somebody said roux still exists. See, I knew that was going to happen. If I said no, somebody's like, yes. But I'm like, of course it still exists. It's just like Dippity-Doo still exists.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's out there. So, okay.
People still buy it.
Look at us, looking so cute. I can't help it.
What do you really think, Keri?
We're cute. That's what I think. I think we're cute. Okay, so now we're going to go into, like, the black, gray kind of situation, the salt and pepper kind of stuff, because a lot of people do like to see how that kind of flows. So, oh, Nancy just brought up Aquanet. Yes.
All of the companies are doing such a good job at expanding their gray lines.
Oh my goodness.
Used to, there really weren't that many options, and so now you can really do some things gradually without it being too drastic.
Okay, Ginger was saying, wait, what did you have on before this, Julia? You said the last one was Julia. I'm so confused. It was probably Elle. Because we're doing this weird transition. We're not flip-flopping like we normally do because we're kind of trying to show you the side-by-side comparison. So it's not two Julias, it was Elle. Okay. All right.
Oh, I love this wig.
I know you do. She is a good one. Showrunner's good. You guys, let's talk about that for 1 second. They came out with a new hollow fiber. Raquel Welch came out with 4 or 5 styles in that collection. I forget. But anyway, the fiber responds really, really, really good to heat. So it is heat friendly. But
I can wear this fiber longer than I can most other heat friendly fibers.
And she tears up everything.
I know.
Everything. Trust me, I know, because it's back in the wig room where we have to work on them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how many do you have back here? So, okay. So, the darkest it's going to be in the salt and pepper family is going to be this 1B60 Peppercorn. This is by Renau. So, it's just really dark with a hint of the white running through.
And for people that have that color hair, that has been really hard to find in a modern wig. And so when Renau redid their grays, they added this to it, and we were so excited. It's such a pretty color.
Because there's a lot of people that when you are this color and you just want, they only have the tiniest bit of gray coming through. They just want that, and not everybody had that. It was like you either had to go into this or you just had to be black. Well, they don't want that because that's not them. So this is just a really good transition. I know it seems like a lot going from this to this.
Well, if you look at the back.
Yeah. So look at the back of this because it's a lot darker. So, sorry, you're stuck because I wanted them to see the back of both of them. So, yeah, it's just a great transition. All right. Up next. Now, I love this. I love Silverstone by Noriko because it's a really good one. I love the highlight in the front.
So,
and this is, both of these colors were very similar to this lady that I saw last night. She was probably closer to this one, but she had a lot more white in the front. Last night I went to my 5th grader's graduation ceremony, and there was this grandmother sitting up front, and her hair color, it was very similar. It was like this, but had a lot of the white in the front, and I just loved it because I looked at that and I thought, what a great representation because, it's so accurate.
Well, the thing is, this is a beautiful gray. Not everybody grays this way, and so, like, my gray hair that's coming out isn't so great. But this is the gray this is how people want to gray.
Look, somebody loves your red lip. Gray looks great with red lipstick, y'all. Just going to tell you that right now. Oh, no. I'm having an issue.
Now, Claire is a Mimi's exclusive. They do not make Claire in Silverstone, and we have it made in Silverstone and Sandy Silver.
Yeah. So, turn side to side so they can see.
Oh, that looks great on you.
Well, I like the cut.
I like the color on you.
I probably needed to go a different route with my makeup today, knowing that we were doing grays. But here we are. This is a great cut, you guys. I'm just going to tell you both of these are. So, look how cute we are.
This is like a cute little shag. It's got a cute flip in the back.
Great for summer.
Yeah.
So if you're in a cut very similar to this, too, this is why I like that we're showing this, and you want to go a little bit shorter, look, this is like you just got your hair cut shorter.
And
honestly.
this has options. So this is a machine-made cap. So if you wanted to have a little bit of a wispy bang cut in here, then we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Lynn wants to know if any company does a Rudy Gray. Yeah, a lot of them
do. They do, and we have them, but today we chose to highlight the natural grays, so we're not showing anything that's rooted.
Yeah. Now, okay, wait. Is she talking about, though, like, if it's brown with a gray root? Do you know what I mean? Because they don't do that. So if you're talking about that, they don't do that. So it's like if my red hair was growing out and I get it colored every 4 to 6 weeks and there's like gray hair, no, they don't make those. That suggestion has been made, though, quite a few times actually by people. And
I just don't think that's going to fly.
I just don't know I think a few people would purchase it. I don't know that as many would, honestly, because we're all trying to, cover up our roots all the time. Oh, did I not switch it? Okay.
I love this wig too.
Yeah.
Straight to camera.
Straight to camera is a good one.
I love it because you can pull it to the side if you don't want to bang, but if you do, the structure's already there, so it's really easy to deal with.
It's a heat-friendly fiber, so just so you know that if you fall in love with this style. But she responds really well to heat. So.
And this is the new hollow fiber.
Yes.
So,
So turn side to side so everybody can see. This would be the transition that you're going from.
And I love Ice Granita.
Look how cute we are today. This is just good.
Yeah.
And I like layers. So you guys, this is the great thing. If you like a little bit of layers, and this is another thing to go back and forth between. This is a very realistic thing. People go in with a haircut like that and say, I want layers, and they come out like this.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind too as you're transitioning from stuff. So
we love rooted wigs too, and we'll do a segment on fashion colors, and so that would include fashion grays, pink, lavender, whatever.
Yeah.
And those
we
are all
need
rooted.
to do that because I don't think we've ever really tackled just the rooted fashion colors of like the grays, because there's the lavender, there's pink, there's blue, there's all sorts. There's so many, and they're great. So
we'll put that on the drawing board.
Nan, I just want to say thank you for the nice compliment. Okay.
Well, it's because you said you were cute.
Oh, well, yeah. I have to lift myself up a lot, okay? All right, up next. Okay. So, if you're just going a little bit lighter from what Kim just had on, which I'll have on my head now.
And this is not a graduated color. This is, 56. Well, it may be slightly darker in the back.
Well, and that's the thing. This is where it gets tricky because sometimes I look at this and I'm like, technically speaking, this is supposed to be a lighter color. But because this has the nice highlight in the front, I instantly am always like, this is the lighter color. But you can go back and forth between these two. And that's why we showed them like this, because this is just a very easy transition to do.
Yeah, so if you were in this color and you thought, I just want a little bit more light in the front, then you could go to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love me a Brooklyn.
She's cute. I like this style too, you guys, because just look at the way it hangs. And if you have a longer neck like me, this is really good. Annie's asking if Oyster, Belle Tress, John, Renau different. Yeah, they're two different. Mm-hmm.
The Belle Tress is lighter.
Yeah.
It has just a little bit of pepper in it.
So what gets tricky about all the grays is that when you're looking at it, like 56 is lighter than the 51, but a 61 is lighter than the 51. So like when you're looking at these colors, it's like online, it's really tricky to start figuring out what is lighter, what is darker. It's hard. So if you need help, please call us. Because, we're trying to give you the best transition here on, like, how you can go about this.
But if you call us and kind of tell us where you are, we can advise you fairly well.
Yes. Okay.
Brooklyn is a lower density than straight to camera.
Okay. Next.
Now we go into white.
It's so tricky.
So this is Emilia again in Winter Sun or 60. And one of the reasons why we make it a point to say we can help you is because everybody, unless you have white hair, it's hard to think that there are actually different whites. So every company's 60 is different. Some are more silver, some have a little bit more warmth to them. So it's not just white across the board.
So I really like John Renault's 60. I like this Winter Sun. I feel like it's very realistic to somebody that has white hair. I'm not trying to bash this company for saying this, but I'm going to say that like some of Rene Paris, they're white. It's so white that I'm like,
it's not natural.
It's
white.
not natural.
It's like
it doesn't even look like.
Tony Beverly has that color too, and it's just. It's like piece of paper white.
Yes, and you're kind of going, who walks around with their hair? Like, it just isn't that. So that's what I really do appreciate about John Renau. They have, like, really hit the 60 on this. Like, it looks so natural. I don't think we've ever tried this on somebody that has white hair and it's like, it doesn't look real. Like,
no, it's because it's a good, true, bright white without being unnatural.
Yeah, and they might say, like, oh, it's too white, as in, like, it looks very natural, but, like, I want it to have, like, more of a yellow tone, and then that's great. We pivot. But, like, nobody's ever tried this on and it's like, this looks fake because it's so pretty. But, look, here's the transition. I'm also going to put this one back on, though, so you guys can see the transition with...
Yeah, so because this one does have the white front.
I want you to see this nice transition.
And like I said, I don't wear gray all the time. If I am going to wear gray, I usually wear black or red or a bright color.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm going to spin around so you can see the back. Lift up this back because it's dark underneath here.
Yeah, you do have a gradient color, and so this it's just a totally natural coloration for how people gray, or how people want to gray.
Yeah.
And there's people that gray like that and get a beautiful gray hair.
So I hope that kind of helps so you can kind of see the transition of grays in here. And like I said, we didn't get all of them from all the manufacturers.
It's
That's just
impossible.
like overwhelming. But we are going to do the fashion grays because that'll be fun.
Yeah,
That's my
especially for summer because they're all like lightweight and fun.
Yes.
And it makes a sterling silver kind of gray white.
It makes a sterling silver kind of gray white. I'm a little stumped. Maybe like send a picture.
Well,
of, like
the
what
thing
you're
is,
kind
like
of
this kind of seems like to me that it is, whatever the term was, sterling silver, and then white in the front. So
I think it also depends on, I don't know, color's weird.
Everybody sees color differently.
That's what I was just going to say. So it's like if you're not seeing it here in one of the things that we just showed, definitely call us or send us a picture, and then I'm sure we can find something we're like, yeah, here, this, you know, because we didn't show everything. So, you know.
We'd be here for hours.
I don't even think anybody wants to listen to us talk for
They
hours.
don't. No, they don't. They've got better things to do.
They really do. Yeah. So I love it. But you know what time it is? Oh, okay. She's saying if you held your sterling jewelry up to the hair, which would match? Can it have a root or not a root?
Well, I would say chrome root.
Yeah, because the ones that are going to match your sterling jewelry, they're going to have the roots, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So chrome root for sure.
Because I think, like, this is ice granita. That may be too dark.
Yeah.
511 would be too dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think chrome root, probably your best bet. Without a root, that gets tricky.
It really does.
Yeah.
Okay, does everybody know what time it is? Because it's awesome. Today is the best day to be tuning in live.
It
I'm
is.
just going to give you that hint. I'm
Got
going to
some
make
fun
Marcia
stuff
come in
going
here.
on.
Yeah, so Marcia, get on in here, girl. Every time I say that, she's like on the phone or something. She's busy.
Yeah.
She's saying, what?
Oh, you're not on the phone?
She's not on the phone, guys.
on the phone. Well, do you know what time it is?
Time for Marcia.
Ooh, it's time for the sale of the week.
Oh, what's happening on Monday?
Oh. It's a Memorial Day kind of day.
Holiday weekend.
Ooh-wee.
All right, let's see what you cooked up this week.
Man, something good, I know. Oh, my goodness. A race to the sun?
Summer.
Oh, I couldn't see. It's like the camera's right in the way.
All right.
Hi, Sarah.
So here's how it goes. There's different
Oh, my
codes.
goodness. There's
And
so many.
you got to be quick on the draw to get them. These will not be activated until 12:45 Central Standard Time, which is approximately 15 more minutes. So get your stuff ready and good luck
Yes.
because this is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have fun.
All right. Y'all have a great Memorial Day. Be safe.
Yes.
And we will see you Friday.